I got to live in a luxury villa in the middle of the forest in Wicklow at the age of 27, which was something I never thought could actually happen for me. It was surreal. I run my own video business and I create music. I am a networker and connector, and somehow I managed to pull it off. And for 7 months I lived in this beautiful home. But not everything was perfect, and that is what I'm going to get to in this video. I reached this height in my life. I achieved something that I thought was going to bring me happiness, and in the end it actually wasn't the right time or place for this achievement. And yeah, I think that looking from the outside it was incredible, but from the inside and from what I actually experienced, it wasn't actually, it didn't make me happy, I guess. So a new part of my life has been working with brands, and brands that I absolutely love, which has been such a blessing this last year. I've signed with an agent called Collaborations Agency last year, and they've been helping me connect with brands and create content for them that suits their needs. One of the things I absolutely love about it is that just out of nowhere I get sent little packages like this. So let's unbox this one from VidHit. That is a promising start. Okay, so we've got VidHit, we got fruit in here too. They give us the real stuff, mangoes, apples, more VidHit. Oh guys, we're in for a treat. Oh, one of these little fruits, what are these called again? Hold on. They're cute though, I like them. Bite me, feeling thirsty. In addition to that, guys, they've sent me an Instax camera. This is my choice for today. A lot of the time I felt like content creation has been like you're drowning and then somebody hands you a camera mid-drown. And trying to get out of that mentality now. So far we're making decent time. I've probably used an extra maybe 20 or 30 minutes on top of what I would usually have in my morning routine. So that's not too bad. Let's keep it up. It's hard to stay on routine when you're trying to run a business and create content and all that sort of stuff. But I found that like I was putting so much emphasis into doing like higher end, quick cut, like sound design. But I also want to just start making stuff that's a little more simple and just brings you into what I'm doing and what I'm building. We've come to my local rugby club for a push session in the gym this morning, and we're also going to be answering emails on the phone as we go in between sets. So my car broke back in the end of January. It's now the end of April, and that slowed me down from getting a lot of things done. It destroyed my routine. My motorbike also was in the shop for like in and out for like 2 months, 3 months. So I got behind on gym, I got behind on eating, got behind on my entire mental health. Just spiraled down the drain without my car being out here in Wicklow, out of the way, not having a way to get out and around without walking long distances with all my equipment, taking trains. It's showing now in the gym. Like I'm not able to lift near as much weight as I was able to lift back in December, and it's a bit of a defeat, but it's also like it's motivating me to come back every day because I really have something to work back towards now. Being kind of like depressed and anxious about everything over winter was definitely a stint, and when that gets a hold of you, it's so easy to just lose and get into that mentality where you're not just losing your physical battles, but you're losing all of your mental battles, your conversation, yourself. My internal dialogue completely spiraled throughout those months, and now that I'm back behind the wheel, the sun's shining, I can get to the gym and I can do all the things I need to do in the right amount of time. It's changed everything. I feel so much better. Thought I'd share that because I don't share a lot of this side of my life, the negative parts or the difficult parts. So there's a little, take it as you will. Last night I was at the Republic of Ireland's first YouTube creator collective night, and along the way I ran into an old friend from Red Bull who is looking to do some projects with creators. I'm putting together a brief for her to show her the different ideas that I want to kind of do with Red Bull as a creator. Yeah, so I just kind of
built out the brief, and I have a separate video that goes into detail of it, but I didn't want to really get into it here. After that, I just got out for a spin on my bike, and it's one of those things that just kind of helps me clear my head when I've had a busy day or a stressful week, since the weather kind of came back up in Wicklow around like April, May. So I just kind of sit around, and sometimes I forget exactly what I was doing, but that was kind of the whole point. I would just drive places, and if I saw something I liked, I'd just kind of go and bask in it, I guess. I got a bit carried away and ended up using some of this for a song I was promoting at the time, but I don't think people really understood, nor did I understand what was really going on in the content. So this whole move to Wicklow was supposed to be about connecting with nature again and connecting with myself a bit more, finding out what I really wanted to do with my life, because for the longest time I had wanted to move off to the country. I am going to miss Wicklow town. That's one of the places that I would go and frequent quite a bit. There's a fella that I met who paints these boats on the walls, so I'd go down and just appreciate his new work. He was doing some new boats and some touch-ups recently, so I was just kind of drifting. I didn't really have any goal, which was why this didn't really work out, I guess. So what happens next? Guess we'll find out.